What's good, y'all? I'm in full confusion over this news dealing with the young man whose life named Corey. I think it's P, like Phoebin or something like that. I'm reading the article and trying to understand when it was he actually was diagnosed with cancer because he has passed away at the age of 20 years old from cancer. I tried to figure out the type and when he was diagnosed. You guys check out the story. I think it's very interesting. It may or may not fit into what we're looking at because I haven't seen. Okay, he was undrafted free agent, straight out of high school. He was good. If he came straight out of high school playing baseball, he had to be nice. Okay, they drafted him to the Phillies straight out of high school. So he's been with them how long? And when did they know he was diagnosed with this? And was he diagnosed after joining the Phillies as a free agent? This is very interesting. Like, I'm really trying to figure this info out because it's funny because the story fits what we've been talking about with these major league teams, but then it doesn't because I can't find a time of diagnosis. So, and it doesn't mention anything about it in the article. It said that's what he passed away from, but when did they diagnose that? Because 20 years old, high school, come on. In high school, that's when we got the most checkups. That's when we were looked at the most. So when did they realize that he had some terminal illness that was going on that he could pass away from? You get what I'm saying? It makes no sense. So, and he had to be nice. I'm still trying to look for videos of him playing. If out of 20 years old, drafted out of high school, you had to be a monster. You had to be. Like, I know a lot of players, and not many of the ones in the major leagues now were drafted that young, ever. I mean, some of the best we know, not many of them. So this is what I'm trying to figure out. When was he diagnosed? Because if the diagnosis happened while he was already joined to the Phillies and was interacting with them, this story fits within our guidelines. And it does not borderline. It is right within our ranks. Actually, it is the best explanation of how some of this stuff is actually happening that we've seen thus far. That's why this story is critical to figure out when diagnosis was. So that's what I'm searching up. I just want you guys to check out the article, check out the story, because I will be mentioning it when I find the timeline of his diagnosis before him passing away at 20 years old, which is this year, 2022. And it's going to make sense. Like, because I told y'all it was going to happen in other sports. So I want to mark this as the day when potentially, allegedly, a situation has happened, matching another one of things that I proclaimed ahead of time, dealing with athletes in major league sports. So baseball, Phillies now has one person, allegedly, that we're looking into to see if the timeline matches up. If it does, it does. And I'll go further. If it doesn't, it won't. But that's the thing. I got to find out the time. It doesn't say. It's not giving me clear indication. It's just saying that's why. But it's not telling me when a checkup happened where he knew that was the scenario. But he came straight out of high school to y'all. So he couldn't have figured this out in high school because that would have prevented him from doing a lot of different things he's doing. Like, see what I'm saying? Like, it's very funny the way the story reads. Let me know your thoughts below in the comments. Hit that like button. I know I don't say that too much. Hit that like button. If you skip me out on my like button on other videos, go back and go ahead and give me my like button. Stop playing with me. Hit that like button. Subscribe, share, rock with your boy. All rights reserved in the building. I got more coming up. I'm not done.